Hi, Tim here from Proclaim AV, and today we're going to talk about setting up EQ on vocal microphones. Let's check it out. So as I travel around the country, I find that the SM58 is a pretty common vocal microphone. And so in this video, we're going to do two sections, one digital and one analog, using the SM58 to set up some basic EQ for vocalists. Now, warning, I'm going to sing in this video. So some of you want to hit stop and go to the next video right away. The rest of you, good luck. Anyway, I hope that these are helpful. These segments were taped at a different time than when I'm shooting this video for a training session that I did. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought this will be useful to my YouTube audience. So let's get started. So I'm on the SM58 and we're going to look at some EQ things that you can do for vocals that'll really help them work together. And I'm going to go into edit here. Here's my EQ section in this mixer. Here in the UI16, there is an RTA, so I can see real-time frequency response in the background of the EQ. And a lot of digital mixers have this as an option. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my high-pass filter and I'm going to roll it up here. We'll probably go at about 150. And you can see that's taken out a lot of the really low stuff. And so for the most part, like there's no need to have all the super low stuff. Maybe if you have a basso profundo singing, a low part in a quartet or something, then he wants the bass rolled off so that he sounds boomier. He's using that proximity effect, okay? But for the most part, we're going to be here at 150 for most of our vocalists, and you may even roll it up further if you wish. Now, once you start singing, everybody has a certain edge when they sing. And normally it's somewhere in the 1 to 5, 1 to 4, maybe even 1 to 3K area. And it's an unpleasant harshness when they're singing on a microphone. So let me demonstrate here. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Now, for me, I know that harshness exists in the somewhere in the 1.35K, something like that. And so I'm going to make a cut here in the 1.35K, and then you can start with a narrow Q. If you need to, you can widen it. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. So I want to widen that a little bit for me because I'm still having a little harshness. Normally for me, I bring it out to about 2, which is a little wide. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Okay, so that's better for me. That's cut a lot of edge off. Now I'm going to sing a little bit, and then we'll click the bypass on and off so you can hear the difference. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Okay. So there you can hear that we've taken a lot of the harshness out of that vocal. That's my that is my vocal mix trick. That's my go-to with all vocals. Find that harsh frequency and then roll up the high-pass filter until you've lost some of the boominess or proximity effect in a lot of cases that you're going to get from a dynamic microphone. This also helps with plosives. And you can see that it's gonna help with a lot of the P-pops, because you're gonna get vocalists that are just gonna pop the microphone. And if you've rolled that high pass filter up, that's gonna help a lot with those little explosives. Hopefully better mic technique, like if I tip the mic up a little bit and sing over it, you'll lose some of the P pops. They won't be quite so bad. So anyway, that is my vocal EQ technique. Okay, so here we're on the SM58 and we're on an analog mixer. This works better if you have an analog mixer that has a sweepable mid EQ. Otherwise, with your analog mixer, you might be stuck with whatever the fixed EQ is going to be. You're already kind of stuck here. You do have a low cut, but that's not sweepable or changeable. It's just a fixed level for you there. So I'll start singing. As I sing, the first thing we'll do is we'll engage the low cut, and then we'll make a cut to the mid-range. You can see I've already set my frequency to 1.7K, and then we'll make a cut there, and then we'll go back and forth, turn it on and off, see how it sounds, and if you can notice the difference. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. So there you can tell the difference when singing. The low cut is great. We need to do that to roll that off. And then, because that'll just stack. The more people you have, if they really get close on the mic, then the proximity effect gets stronger. And then that's going to really stack up and sound unpleasant. And then finding that vocal frequency, and it's going to be different for different vocalists, and making a cut. And you notice that the cut I'm making is maybe 5 dB. All the way over is neg 15 there. So maybe 5 dB, maybe 3 dB. It's not a lot, but it's enough that we pull that harshness out of every vocalist so that when we stack them all together, we don't get this multiplication of harsh frequencies that sounds bad in our mix and unpleasant to the ears of our congregation. So I hope that is a helpful video for you. I know that there are more in-depth things that can be done with EQ, but remember, the goal of our channel is the basics. So we just want to get you up and going if you've never used EQ before. Anyway, I hope that you have a better sounding mix after watching this video. Thanks for watching.